Hi everyone, welcome to Java Techie. As a developer, we often face the situation where you need to return more than one value from a method. So for that, usually we create a custom class or we use a collection like a map to store this value. But this can make the code complex or bulky and difficult to understand. So in this tutorial, I will show you how to return multiple value in Java using the Apache Commons Lang library. Okay, alright. So without any further delay, let's get started. So let's go to our IntelliJ IDEA, then we'll understand how we can play with multiple return types. So here the first step, you need to add the Apache Commons Lang dependency. So for that you can go to the Maven central repo and you can find the latest version of this dependency. Just copy this, then go to your pom.xml, just add it here, then just update your project. All good, right? Now just go to your class. I have created a multiple return value example class. Now let's say I'm writing a method do something and will return the int value. Now if I will return something like return 10, this method will work. But what if I want to return 10 with some object, let's say some string or some different object? Now the number of return type is 2 for me. As per my use case, I need to return the two different linked object here. Okay, or what if I want to return some other object, let's say that will be double. So how you will design your method so that if you want you can return two different objects, or if you want you can return three different objects. So using traditional Java you cannot achieve that. So that is the reason we have added a dependency. Commons Lang dependency belongs from Apache, who will offer you two different class. I will write down the class name. One is the pair, who will return two different objects, and another one is the triple, where you can return the three different objects. Okay, so let's not play with the dummy example, rather than let's discuss the real time use case of this pair and triple implementation. Okay, let me clear this. Now let's imagine I want to design one e-commerce application where I want to write a method who will return me the order details. Okay, so let's say for now it will be void get order info by giving the order ID. Okay, so consider here I want to return the order info, means order object. Along with that I also want to return the shipment details. So how we can do that? So if you are not aware about this dependency, then simply you can think about, you can use the map and you can return the object, key as a order object and value as a shipment details object. Okay, but creating the map and setting a single key value pair does not make any sense. Unnecessarily we are making our application more complex and it is not clearly readable, right? I mean the color won't understand what exactly we are doing with the map. So for that what I can do, I'll use the pair object. That is what the Commons Lang offered to us. If you want to return two different linked objects, then you can use pair. Fine. So to make it more realistic, what I have done, I have created a order DTO kind of thing with couple of fields, and then I have created the order service where I am just returning a hardcode order object. So you can simulate that by pointing to your DV, but since this is just a demo to demonstrate pair and triple use, so I am just using the hard coded object. Okay, just to give you a flavor of real time use case. Fine. So similarly if you check here, I have something called shipping details class, and then I have the user profile service where we will have the shipping details, I mean the address of the user. Okay, similarly I also created payment details class with the payment method and transaction ID, and we have the payment service with the hard coded value. Okay, so let me close everything. I'll go to the main class. Now here I want to return the order and shipment details or shipping details. So order I can get it from the order service, get order and give the order ID. Now similarly shipment details or shipping details I will get it from user profile service dot get shipping details of the user ID. So since this is the demo, let me add something like John. It will give me the shipping details object. Fine. Now I got the two different objects, and what I need from this method, I want to return two different objects. So I can use the pair. Just define the generic. See here, if you observe, pair is having the argument left and right. Left, which object you want to keep in the left part and which object you want to keep in the right part. So let's consider I want to use the order in the left segment of pair and shipping details as a right. So when you want to fetch those value from the pair, you can ask him, hey pair, can you give me the left object? Hey pair, can you give me the right object? Like that you need to fetch. So we are returning the pair who will contains the order and shipping details. You can simply write here return pair of, see the argument left and right. What is the left? For us the left is the order and right is nothing our shipping details. Now let's try accessing this particular method. So let me keep it static so that I don't want to create the object. So I will call get order info, give the order ID something like ORD123. Okay, it will give me the pair of order. Okay, so you can just keep order info. Now here you have the pair order info. Left part is contain order, right part is contain shipping details. So if you want to fetch any value, you can ask him. So I will just use the sysout order info, give me the left, that is nothing your order details. Similarly, if you can ask him sysout, hey order info, give me the right segment, get right, that is nothing your shipping details. Fine. Now if I will run it, you can find the both order and shipping details in the same return type. Can you see here? Order details is this and shipping details is this. So we hard code the value, but in real time you can fetch it from the DB. Let's say you are collecting the information or response from multiple microservice. Then you want to map you want to build a response with two different objects or three different objects. Then this pair will be useful in that situation. And another advantages of using this pair, by default it is immutable in nature. Okay, once you set the value you cannot modify it. For example, if I will do something like order info dot set value, let's say shipping details, I want to keep some new object, new shipping details. Okay, and if I will run it, it will give me the error. Let's see. So we are getting unsupported operation exception. Okay, it means the pair is by default in immutable nature. If you want to modify in between, you can use the mutable pair, not the pair object. Okay, so let me show you the demo of that. Let me copy the same method. So here instead of return the pair, you can make it mutable pair. Okay, just change it to mutable pair of what you want to return. Now if you will call the same method, let me copy paste this, modify get order info. Okay, now here let's say the first part is the order details which is left. Okay, now here I want to set the shipping object, new order info dot set value, new shipping details, What is the field we have? Address, delivery date, let it be. Okay, I am just giving the empty, or you can set the value, that is fine. Now if I will run it, since I am using the mutable pair, I can able to update here. But if I will try to update in the order info, which is the immutable pair, it will cry. Okay, so let's run it and we'll prove it. So yeah, the mistake we have done here, this is new order, right? That is what we created. Now just run it. You will find the shipping details as a empty object in the new order info. Can you see here? All field are null. So hence it proved that by default the pair is immutable in nature. If you want to modify, use the mutable pair instead of using the plain pair. Okay, fine. So let me comment this because I don't want to keep more statement in the console. That's fine. I'm just giving the example of immutable and mutable with this particular object. So just comment this out. Fine. Now this is clear for you, right? We are able to return two objects with the pair. Now what if I want to return another object? So I want to return order, shipping details along with the transaction details in the same method. Can I use the pair? No, you must need to use the triple. Okay, so let me copy this method, change the method name to get order info with transaction, something like that. Okay, now here I want to return order, shipping details, and I also want to return the payment details. Okay, but pair will only allow you to keep the two object as a argument left and right. The middle part is not there. So for that you can use the triple. See here, if you see the argument left, middle and right. So if you want to get the left part, you can call get left, get middle and get right. Similarly, pair, you can find the immutable triple and mutable triple. Okay, so by default this triple will be immutable in nature, but if you want to modify, you can use the mutable triple, the way we have done this example. Okay, I don't want to repeat it, you can give a try, but let's try understanding the use of this triple. So here, what is the first argument? Order. What is the middle argument? Shipping details. Now what is the third argument? Payment details, right? So we'll add another one, payment details. Now here I can get the payment from the payment service dot get payment details of the order ID which we are giving. Now here I can't use the pair. Instead what I will use? I will use triple of keep the left, middle and right what you want to keep. Okay, the way you have defined the argument here, similar way you need to pass the object. The left part is order, just give it. The middle part is shipping details, just add it, and third part is the payment details. So if you want to return three different objects, use the triple. See, this might be a simple concept, but definitely this will help you in your day-to-day routine. And I'm pretty sure not only me, I mean others also having the same challenges in their code. And I saw the multiple code use of this pair and triple in my project. Okay, so that is the reason I thought to share this simple concept with you so that you will be aware about this particular object and how to play with it. Fine. Now let's try accessing this particular method. So I will just add here. I'll first add a new line with some pattern to just differentiate that. Okay, we are calling two different method. Just call that get order info with transaction, give the order ID. What it will return you? It will return a triple object. Okay, order with tx, something like that. Now let me copy this. Okay, order with transaction, order with transaction. Now if you see here, order with transaction get left will give me the order details object. What is there in the left part? Order. What is there in middle? Shipping details. Okay, so just change it to here. Get middle element, that is what my shipping details. Similarly copy this, then get the right element, that is what my payment details. Fine. Now let me run this and we'll see whether the triple is able to map 3 different objects or not. Great. Can you see here? This is the example of triple. We have the order object, we have the shipping details which is in the middle, then we have the payment details which is there in the right. Okay, can you see here? Similarly, if you understand the use of pair and triple, depends on your use case whether you want to keep it mutable or immutable, you can use their corresponding class. Okay, just go to the class, let's say I will go to the pair. You can find here, right, immutable pair, mutable pair. Okay, there are different implementation class of this pair. This is the abstract class. Okay, that is how we are implementing it. So try using this particular pair and triple class, and I believe this handle related data more efficiently, and we are writing the code in more concise and readable way so that the color can easily understand, and also it improve our code quality and development efficiency. Okay, so try this and do let me know in a comment if you have any doubts. That's all about this particular video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you soon with a new concept.